So what we're looking at here is one of the earlier boss fights in the game. This is the Bloated Anomaly. So this particular dragon has been corrupted and mutated by the Crimson Scale, and you see he has these large air sacs on his back that are giving him protection. So one of the great things about this particular mission is it's our actual first foray into free flight in the main campaign of the game. So this first section here is actually going to be on rails. It's inverted. I'm going to have to stop and restart. I apologize. I should really quickly change through those settings, and we're good to go. Okay, so basically the first section here is going to be on rails. I'm attacking the creature and it's on its back to destroy the protection that it has. And the cool thing about this particular section is you can see on the bottom right-hand side of the screen, we have the vitals for the dragon that I'm attacking. So you can kind of see as I'm dealing damage, those different stacks are turning red and then black as I destroy them.
Now tell us a little bit about, in the upper left, it looks like you've got another player in here. Are we playing multiplayer, or is that something else?
So basically what we're looking at right now is these different dragons who are flying over top of me are the different riders from Icarus Division. So these are AI players who are helping out in this mission, and this red dragon who's next to me is actually my wingman, and so that wingman is actually a friend of mine on Xbox Live. It's his profile from the single player campaign. So as he plays through the game, I actually have been given access to hire his dragon as a wingman of mine, bring him into the missions, and we can work together to take down the enemy threat. And so one of the cool things we have is we have a partner ability, and that ability is basically a giant super weapon, and it allows us to deal a whole bunch of damage at once. So I'm going to press X, and we're going to launch our combined attack against the Bloated Anomaly, and hopefully do enough damage to get him a little bit down in life as we see it drop there, and we'll keep attacking. And so now as I remove the protection on its back, we're going to go into free flight mode, which is a really cool thing in Crimson Dragon. We have the ability to move in any direction you want to. You're taking off rails. You can accelerate, decelerate, and hover, and it gives you the ability to position yourself tactically around the dragon. These are dragons of immense scale, 200 feet across, 300 feet long, and your dragon is quite small by comparison. So you need to move around, find those weak spots, and attack at the most precise moments possible.
Now you mentioned free flight. How much of the game, just general percentage, is free flight, and how much of it is on rails?
So in this game we have multiple sections that are free flight. We have many sections that are also on rails. The majority of the levels you're going to find are going to be on rails. We're going for that directed, hardcore experience of giving the players a really, really epic adventure through the world of Draco. But these larger boss fights are going to be more open. They are going to be free flight, so you can make some of those more refined decisions of exactly where to be and exactly how to move around these dragons.
Now, what are some of the things that drove the decision to move Crimson Dragon from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One? Is it just greater visual fidelity, or did the new system allow the designers to do more with the game?
Well, there's a lot of things we were able to do with the Xbox One that we weren't necessarily able to do with the Xbox 360. As you mentioned, the visual fidelity is hugely increased. I mean, this game looks beautiful. We're here in the Coral Lakes. This is one of the many regions of the game. We have many regions that are very vast and very large, different vegetation, different creatures, lots of things going on. That's something that's made possible by the Xbox One hardware. We also have some online features through the Xbox Live service. We have asynchronous multiplayer, as I was saying, with my wingman that I'm borrowing from one of my friends. We also have online 3-player cooperative multiplayer. That's something that's never been done before in rail shooters. We're very excited about players getting their hands on with that. And then we also have the ability to use the Kinect. So in this game we have a hybrid system of using both the Kinect and the controller at the same time. If you choose, you can play the entire game with the controller, but if you want to add a little bit more natural interaction, you want to use your voice, you want to move more physically and have the game react to that, you can use the Kinect. So all those things have been given to us by the Xbox One's new platform.
Great. Now you mentioned, just real quick, if you can expand on the 3-player multiplayer. How does that work? Is it just real time, all three of you running through a level? Do you have different objectives? Do you have the same objectives?
So what you're going to see in the 3-player multiplayer is going to be synchronous online over Xbox Live with up to 2 of your friends for a total of 3 cooperative players. You're going to be playing through some of the selected missions from the single-player campaign, and it's going to be similar to what you've experienced in the single-player campaign, going through the missions in the Coral Lakes, in the forests, and seeing those sorts of things, but having the added benefit of multiple wingmen with you. But those wingmen are not actually AI. They're friends of yours who are playing in real time, so you can strategize on the fly, say, hey man, I need help over here, especially in the different sections of the game that could be more challenging.